Hello Impactors, this is Darren Roberts, Master Trainer at Impact Training Corporation and the National Sales Academy. Welcome to the Impact Sales Success tip number 4. Hope you've been enjoying Steve and mine tips. Steve on a Tuesday, me on a Thursday every week. Well, different location for me here today. I'm here at Impact Training HQ here in Sydney. Had a great day today and a couple more to come with Michael Griffiths, who's the referral guru, working with his partnership club to create greater partnerships and to help more businesses and individuals all around Australia and the world, which is pretty exciting. Now, as you know, the Impact Sales Success tips are all based on the implementation of our free ebook, Make More Sales with These 7 Questions. So hopefully you've had a good read of that and you're implementing as we're going along. Tonight's tips and Steve's tip on Tuesday as well. This week's theme is based on question 2 of the 7 questions. And question 2 is, are you using a minimum of 3 lead generation channels? So why 3 as a minimum? Well, we suggest more than 3, but if you have 0, let's start with 3 lead generation channels as a start. Now you need that variety because we need to increase the number of touch points that you have with your potential customers. The question to ask is, how often are people seeing the messages that you're getting out through your marketing? The more that you're seeing in different formats with different messages, then the more likely you are to be front of mind when someone chooses to purchase your service or product or one similar to you. Let's make sure you're the one that they choose. So question 2 states that you need to be clear about 3 things. The first one is, what is your marketing saying? What is your call to action? And is your marketing reaching the people that you want to buy your product or service? So let's break this down. What is your marketing saying? Well, as Steve mentioned on Tuesday, your marketing's got to be positioning you as an expert, as an authority in your industry, not just your business, but your industry. So what are you teaching your potential customers that can see you as an expert, because people want to follow experts? The other is to make sure you're communicating your USPs, your unique selling points within your marketing as well. Steve covered that on Tuesday, so I'm going to cover some extra bits and pieces there. What I want to cover is the understanding, as you would know, that people make decisions emotionally and justify it logically. People make decisions emotionally and justify it logically. We know that green brains or feelings or emotions is 100% of decisions, and pure logic or red brain is 0% of decisions. So my question to you is, what is your website saying? What is your marketing saying? What is your social media saying? Because if it's just red brain or logical facts and figures and data and information about your products and services, then it doesn't create a feeling, so you're less likely to get chosen. In fact, if your marketing is similar to the marketing of someone else in your industry and the consumer can't tell the difference because it's just red brain logical, then it becomes a price war, which is no good for anyone. But if we can connect an emotion, what positive feelings does using your product or service move your customer to? Or what feelings does using your product and service, negative feelings, move your customer away from? What are you showing within your marketing to create that? So my question to you is, with everything that you do, with your marketing, with your websites, with your social media, with your guerrilla marketing, how are you making the person viewing that feel? And is that feeling moving them into a direction of choosing your product or service? You know, Simon Sinek, in his video, The Golden Circle, you can go to TED Talk, or you can YouTube it, The Golden Circle, talks about communicating in your marketing from a why, how, what perspective. Most businesses just talk about what they do, which is the red brain. But when you talk about why you do it, connect with an emotion. What are you passionate about? What do you fix? Why are you in the industry? And they can see it in your voice when you talk about it. They can create that feeling and connect with it in your marketing. Start with your why. As Simon says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And people will buy from you when they believe what you believe. So in your marketing messaging, start with the why. Then you can talk about how you go about creating the why. What do you do to prove what you believe? But start your messaging with your passion and your feeling. The next bit, what is your call to action? Well, yes, people buy emotionally and justify it logically, so having a logical call to action sometimes helps. But don't fall into the trap of just doing discounting because that reduces your yield. A call to action could be extra value for a certain amount of time. Maybe there's an expiry date on the offer or the extra value. Maybe there's a limited number of these product or service that you can offer with this extra value. But when we're talking about what is your call to action, remember that avoiding pain is the greatest motivator of human behavior to make a quick decision. So it doesn't have to be a logical, it can be an avoiding an emotion. So in your marketing, what are you communicating? Hey, let's make sure you're not stressed with your finances come the new financial year. Let's make sure you can be not embarrassed on the beach for your summer holidays next year. That's a call to action which creates urgency based on avoiding a potential pain. We know that avoiding pain is the greatest motivator of human behavior for a quick decision. And lastly, is your marketing reaching the people you want to buy your product or service? So what is your avatar is what it's known as, isn't it? Who are the people that you want to sell to? Who is your ideal client? Where do they hang out? What websites do they go to? Where do you need to market to attract those people? But also, I want to relate this to behavioral styles. Last night, on the Impact Sales Success Club closed Facebook group, Steve did a quick training on DISC behavioral styles. Now, when I was trained by DISC a million years ago, it really stuck out to me when I was taught about TV shows. So think about your favorite sitcom. You know, in my day it was Friends or Seinfeld, or now it's Big Bang Theory, those sorts of things. We know that all of us have all four behaviors in us, all the four types of behavioral styles within us. And some are more dominant than others. So throughout your community that you want to attract, throughout your potential customers, there's all different behavioral styles out there. Now, if you have a person that does marketing, they're probably going to market in their own behavioral style. But what I learned from sitcoms and TV is that in a sitcom, let's say they've got 4 different characters, main characters in that sitcom, each of those 4 characters will display a behavioral style of each of those 4 main behavioral styles. That way, myself and someone with a different behavioral style than mine will connect with someone on that show and therefore fall in love with the show. But we may not connect with the same person. So you think about The Simpsons, there's 4 different behavioral styles. Big Bang Theory, 4 different behavioral styles. News readers, we've got the 2 anchors, we've got the sports person and the weather person, often based on 4 behavioral styles. Why? Because they want to attract maximum viewership. So they have one of each of those behavioral styles. So same with you. You want to attract maximum viewership to your marketing. So therefore, when we talk about are you attracting or reaching the people you want to reach and buy from you, well then sometimes your marketing is going to be fast and about being the best and reaching your potential, standing out from the crowd. Other times it's going to be about having fun and the interaction with other people and variety. Sometimes it's going to be fitting into a community, doing what other people have been successful with previously. And sometimes it's going to be some facts and figures and data for those real detailed people. That way you've communicated over time in the 4 different behavioral styles, and therefore you're attracting as many people as possible to your business. So don't go and do the same type of marketing all the time. Give that variety, not only in the content, but also in the way, the speed and the literature and the information based on behavioral style that you can deliver. So my question to you is, how do you want people to feel? What feelings do you want them to be able to move away from using your product and service? And what feelings do you want them to move towards with the use of your products and service? So write that in the comments below. What feelings do you want to create from your marketing? What do you want your potential customers to feel after looking at your marketing so that they make a decision to move forward with you? So there is a review of question 2. Next week, we're going to jump into question 3. If you've got any questions, please let us know. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great night. Bye.